So here I am on the walk where I'm going to do down in the dry riverbed before we get rain. And where you can see that dark triangle right in the middle of the picture, that is actually the start of the rise the other side. Now I know on film depth does not come out at all, but the very light green in front of it, for example, is the top of a full grown tree. So that gives you a bit of idea that all the trees in front of it this side are huge full grown trees. I'm not sure if I can get down here or not because all the shrubs here are different varieties of very sharp trees. I may just be able to get down here and go down this way. If not, I'm going to walk along to where I filmed last time that I could get down and go along from there as far as I can. I don't know, because of all the overgrowth, how far I can actually get down. And I want to walk to my left once I'm down there, because right would come along the back of my house and then carries on towards the spring. So maybe I'll go down this way. Obviously I'm not going to film it as I'm descending because that would be a bit dangerous. Oh, might be able to get down here. I don't know if you can see now more of the descent from that big rock there. That is a very sudden drop down. So as I say, I'll film when I can, whether I'm down somewhere, and I'll tell you where I got down. Let's just walk along. Let's see. As I say, depth doesn't really show on film, but from that rock sticking out there, it is a sudden drop. So I think this would be too rubbly. I do have trainers on, but we'll see. So I'll either walk as far as I can along there once I've got down somewhere, or maybe even go up the other side. So we'll see. I'll check in later. Okay, so I've gone further along. There's a clear path. I definitely can't get down here though, so I'm just trying to show you how there's a possibility I could have walked along there and down, though that looks rubbly too. I don't know if you're getting some more perspective now, as these are full-size trees below me before the riverbed. Where you can see the bricks, you can see like a slope going up the other side, and where you can see the sort of bricks, it's an old wall in front of it of the other side of the dry riverbed. As I say, you're really not getting the depth of this. So that's where I want to get down to. I don't think there's going to be a way down there. I'll go and have a look, but as I say, I'm not filming as I'm scrambling along. I need to keep safe. And that's obviously up the other side. And I want to try and get down there. Possibly we'll still carry on this way till I get to the bit I know I can definitely get down, but I'll go and look. I found another little gap I could get down. I did find one further back, but I felt that if I'd gone down there and scrambled, once I got down there, there would be nowhere to get through the riverbed, so I would have had to have really scrambled to get up. So I'll try this one. This doesn't look so steep. I think I'm going, shall I try the other one first? I don't know. I'll have a little look. I don't want to get all the way down there and find I can't carry on along the riverbed. But here's a nice wall. This is the other side. I might have a go down this way, but while we're here I'll show you some of the berries. I do have this in my garden, and I'll probably do a video on this later on. Because they're so small to pick, you get a lot of money for picking them, but you have to have a lot of weight of them to make any money at all. So hence why you always see them and no one bothers picking them. Right, I'm going to try and go down this way. I'll check in a minute. So here's that stone wall. This is up the other side. Very impressive. There's an overhang there. This is the ground of the riverbed with tons of oleander. I will link how to grow oleander underneath. Very easy to grow once you've got a plant. You can see the overhang, which is really nice. That's where we've come from. Walking the dry riverbed, so you can see I have to pick my way through. And this was where I came from initially. I walked at the very top of those trees. That's where I was walking to try and find a way down. And this is continuing the dry riverbed walk. I'm going to scramble up a little bit because this is a really sharp tree. So I've scrambled around there and gone back to where I was, the other side. I don't know if I can walk much more through here. So always keep your eyes on the ground when you're walking in a wild area. Oh, here's some. There's a nice big rock here. I'm standing on a part that could be like a waterfall. The water would run down here. Again, sadly, you don't get the depth. Okay, I was right down there. I was standing on a really edgy bit. And I'm not great with heights. I can go up, but I can't really stand on edges. So I was way down. You probably can't see now where I was. I was way down there. And I wouldn't have been able to get through there. It was so overgrown. So I'll see, I've come back up, part the way up. That's up the other side. And I'll see if I can walk along a bit more the way I was originally walking and go down again. My worry was, of course, that I wouldn't be able to get up to this main ridge that I started off on, but I have. Phew. I'm not someone who likes to backtrack. If I get lost, I keep going, I'll find another way. I don't like to backtrack. And I think that stems from when I used to shop with my mum when I was little, and she'd walk along and you'd be obviously bored as a child, and then you think, right, we're at the end, we're at the last shop, and then she'd go, right, I'll go back to the first shop. I was like, no, I think that's where that stems from, not wanting to backtrack. So this is another clear bit. Obviously it looks like a drop. I might be able to show you down a clearer view. There's some nice rock formation there. So we were way down below the point of that stone. That's where I've just come from. And that's where part of the waterfall would be. Probably not the best of shots for you, but it's the best I can do. This runs to the sea, and I'm quite some distance from the sea. You can see the sea clearly from my house, but it's some walking distance. So I'm going to walk along up here, find another way down, maybe. Looks like another way down, and up the other side. Let's see. So I've come down partially. It's a little bit too steepy rubbly there, so I won't go all the way down. But here's the dry riverbed again. This is back the way I came. This is where I was. The dry riverbed, yes, as you can see, I wouldn't have got through that bit anyway, even if I'd struggled and scrambled. And this is the way we haven't been yet. I'm going to walk along a bit more up, because I think that might be too scrabbly. probably looks fine to you, but I can tell you it's not. So I'll see if I can get down on this bit further along. There's a big hole there. Wildlife. Come along a little bit more on the upper part. Again, not the safest way to get down. At least I can show you some shots. So that's pretty clear along there. Then it gets overgrown again. So behind this big bush is where it is. Some more stone wall the other side if you can pick it out. Let's walk along a bit more. Let's come along a little bit more. And sometimes you look further and think, yep, glad I didn't make the effort to get down there, because again, it looks all overgrown. This big tree here is the start of the other side going up. So it's down in that hole. Let's pan back where we've just been. So yeah, it's quite overgrown in a lot of areas. There's the riverbed, you can see it there. It looks like it's so near and it's not. So looking along here, looks like it's going to be overgrown down there. Look, made my way down again. It was quite stumbly, loose rocks, but at least it wasn't steep. So this is a little platform where they would have used it to stand and do their washing. The bit here is the riverbed. So you would very likely have seen villagers standing on the edge, using what's naturally around to do their washing. And then this is the start of going up the other side with some more wall formations. It goes up quite high that side, and as you can see, lots of trees. That's actually an olive tree. You don't really see those in the wilds very much, so that's blown from somewhere, and it looks like it would be too difficult to get through there. So I'm going back up again and walking along some more. We might be able to get down here. Doesn't look too spiky. Let's see. I'm not watching what I'm filming. I'll check back in a sec. How to avoid the big spiky tree. Walk over a great big rock. There's a big drop now though. That's annoying. Because here is the dry riverbed. I'm going to try and get there. 1 second. And yes, I made it. Not sure how I'll get back up that way. So, back on the dry riverbed. So that's the way I would have had to have scrambled through if I was staying down in the dry riverbed. So that's good news, I didn't do that. So I say, don't risk it. And then, oh, this is going to be interesting. This is the start of the dry wall up the other side. This is up the other side, the start. It's funny, when you're down here, you can only see one row of trees, but as we know from the other side, there's many, many trees. This is good. I'm glad I made the effort down here. Can you see there's a big ridge drop here? Can you see? The oleander's growing in a lower level. I can't show you the clarity of this, but we're on a ridge now, and this is an actual waterfall. This is where I am. No chance of me getting down here, guys, sorry about that. This, I would say, is the drop, is probably, if I was standing down there, this is up here, this bit, but if I was to drop down to this bit, I would say that's as tall as me. Video just doesn't show depth, and what a shame. There's no way, I don't think I can get down there, because look, it's clear. I could try and sit on the edge, but this is all prickly. I'm going to get tangled in the prickly. And would I be able to get back up? Oh, that's so annoying. Look, there's the dry riverbed going off there. I'm a bit lower. This was the prickly bit I was concerned about. I'm sort of to the left of where I left you. The ridges behind is prickly, and then this is the bit that's much lower. So I'm further along to the side of it, and there's no way I can get to there, unfortunately. And even if I did, if I couldn't get up anywhere, as you can see, this is not climbable, and I would be stuck down there because there's no way I could haul myself back up, even if I did get down there. So I'm going back up a bit and then see if I can get down further along. I doubt it because, as I say, we're really low now, so low up the valley. The sad thing is, in years to come, this will be so overgrown, this whole area, that you won't even know it's here or be able to get there again. So I'm up on the original area I was walking. I'm actually down a tier, if you like. And here's more the dry riverbed. And again, there was a twist in it after the clear bit I showed you. So I've been walking along the top trying to see. So I couldn't have got much further. And yes, I would have been stuck down there. Good call, Dawn, good call. So this is up the other side. And yeah, this is all overgrown, obviously. If you like trees, this is a good video. They're mostly shrubs. Here's a pine tree, which I haven't seen many down here. They're much further up from my house. The pine trees, they begin sort of my level of home. And my home is sort of up there, a little way. The back, the main olive grove backs onto the slope just before this. So that's your bearings. So another shot through there. The long strip is the bottom of the riverbed, and that's going up the other side. I think we'll leave going up the other side for another day and just try and get across as quickly as I can and show you the other side. That is the way towards the ravine, so we'll see that another day. Might be able to get down here. Let's give that a go. Random bone. I'm on my way down, guys. I think I can do it this way. Let's keep going. Nearly down. As I say, for me, I can get down. It's getting up that's an issue. So I have to think, will I be able to get back up there? Oh, this is worth coming down to. So this is the area we would have come from. Got almost steps there going up. Let's go and have a look there. And then we'll come back the way we're going here. I heard something in the tree, so it's my bag scraping at first. Okay, avoid that tree, Dawn, at all cost. Okay, very likely a snake. So this is nice. Again, it's another big drop. I would say, yeah, probably as much as the last one I was talking about. So the white nearest you is the upper, and then everything beyond that is the lower. I want to look over here. Oh, we can look back along the riverbed. Oh, look, this is nice. Let's go back and look at that bit. Oh, this is nice. So I'm going backwards down the riverbed. Oh, this is lovely. You know me, I like my rock formations. Oh, look, this would be a nice pool. Oh, this would be a lovely pool. So I wouldn't have got past that. And then it's all overgrown beyond. Oh, this would make a lovely pool. This is possibly the force of the water that's caused this bit, the weaker rock. And we've got all the nodules of a trunk. This is what I wanted to see. Going back along here. So we're going the right direction again. On the actual riverbed. It actually goes up here a little bit. There's another way you could get up the other side. And this is a bit with the big drop. So again, I couldn't get down there. I think I'm safe walking along the top level and then keep popping down. This is steep, very steep, with an oleander rooted in the bottom. See if I can get a shot of the other bit. So this is very nice. Little steps. I'm on a tier above now. So this is the riverbed still. It's like little steps there, quite pretty curves. I like curves. So I'm still the tier above, scrambling. There's the dry riverbed. And again, this is up the other side. Can't walk along here much more, I don't think. It's very prickly. That's the bottom. And up the other side, it's very overgrown, so I'm going to try and get back up behind me. Up the tiers, as you can see. This is where I'm going to try and scrabble through. And as I say, it's the prickly, so you can't push your way through anywhere. This is where I'm going up to the higher level to try and walk along a bit more. Climbing involved. And I'll check back in a bit. You might recognise this bit. This is where I was on my last walk in this area where I said I'm going to do the riverbed another day. So at least I know where I'm going. So I'm quite away from the riverbed now. With a bit of scrabbling, I know I could get through. See again, you think, oh, you could get through there. These are so sharp. Sometimes it's better to do the rougher bit if there's less pricklies. They are nasty. These are evil. These are everywhere. Scramble up here because there's no way down to the riverbed now. Yeah, I'm a long way from the riverbed. It's where you can see those rocks in the distance. I think it curves. I think it curves around there to the right. So from here, this is my side, but that's away from me, the opposite side to where I am now. And I think the river's in front of that, bending round to the right, round this big tree. So I'm going to leave it there for today, guys. That's as far as I can really get safely. anyone wants to come and stay out here and do some of these walks with me. I have lettered each walk as a letter of the alphabet, so that if you want to do a specific walk, then just say the letter of the alphabet, and I've got my own reference as to where that is. So get out there, go for a walk somewhere today, go and get lost, it's fun. Until next time, Meraki.